Hello everyone, I'm ExtraCheesy87 and this is our first bonus video for Let's Play Trails of Cold Steel. This time we are going to see all the Bond events we did not see in the main playthrough, since we only did the one because I was trying to beat the game the day that I recorded the Bond video, which is actually going up today, which probably means I assume some people will maybe comment about more specifics, because we did, I don't know if we just completely missed them, or like didn't unlock them, or if they're hidden behind the I can't think of anything option, but there were a few Bond events that were not listed among our options. Now I do have like the save that I loaded also came with this, or the save that I downloaded for the New Game Plus playthrough. It did come with a save right before the Bonfire stuff that I think has all the Bond events unlocked, so even if we are missing them, we'll be able to see them. Those hidden ones that I wasn't, like, during the actual Let's Play, I wasn't sure if maybe they weren't in the game, like in this first one, and were like maybe setups for later, like for example Toa, and I think Toa and Sarah and someone else. There was another one that I think we had access to, or that like wasn't on the list. Maybe it was just those two.
And my brother, though I can't imagine why.
Toa in particular I remember because Toa may have actually been my real first choice, but she wasn't listed, so I didn't mention it. So for this, we can just kind of fast forward through all this until we get to our options. And then Crow does some weird talk for some reason. It's not like we're never going to see him again or nothing. It's not like it's the last time we see him or nothing. So yeah, we'll probably just start at the top and go down, you know, skipping Fee since we've already seen hers. And in regard to, as I kind of just mentioned, like Toa was actually my real first choice. I even had like a whole speech planned out for about like how, I mean, speech is like a big overstatement, but I had like a whole little spiel about how like Toa was actually the character that I think I liked Reen's interactions with the most, especially considering I didn't like Toa first at all. Partially just because anytime there's a childlike or small character in a Japanese game, I don't trust Japanese media in general. And, you know, but I did actually like the kind of subversion where Toa, you know, looks young, but is actually like the most adult character in the entire series pretty much, or at least the entire game. Like, she acts more like an adult than anybody else, which I appreciated. So we'll see. Fee might still be our canon choice, it just depends. If I like one of the Bond events enough, I will play through the rest of the game just to make sure that we have clear data that acknowledges that. Now, I don't really know how importing saves for Cold Steel 2 works, because the plan is to also do a New Game Plus playthrough from the start in that, just because I've heard it's apparently even more important. Like, there's like story, plot, lore stuff that you could miss if you don't do a New Game Plus playthrough, and there's a 0% chance I'll play the game twice, so... But I don't really know how, like, save importing works there. Like, it's like, do you load in a New Game Plus save that you didn't get the option to also load in clear data from the first game, or what? Because, I mean, I may not even be able to use my actual clear data from this game, depending on how save importing works. I don't know. But let's just start from the top and go down.
I knew it. So, I have a potential sister-in-law now, do I?
So I think this is all the same, but for the first time, we'll kind of let this all play out.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Still, maybe you're right. Maybe I will go ask her. I do feel kind of bad leaving you here on your own, though.
I'm pretty sure this is all the same regardless of who you
I'm
pick.
fine, really. Besides, if you spend all this time...
Yeah.
Well...
Like, I don't want to, like, turbo fast forward through it in case you start skipping new dialogue, but...
He's such an idiot.
Rude.
Oh, Elise. Your Highness? The generally accepted strategy here would be to keep his eyes on you, not push him toward another girl's tender. If you were to only... It's fine.
Bonk.
I'm fine, honestly.
Elisa.
Oh, God.
Reen, is your sister okay?
Yeah, actually, she's the only reason I had the courage to come over here.
You're making it awkward, Reen, right off the bat.
Would you dance with me?
Man, straight to the point, actually. He even, like, blurted it out.
Me?
That was the idea. Is that a no?
And then she hits him with the ooh gross, and then Reen becomes a supervillain.
All right. Let's get a little closer to the bonfire then.
Okay.
They do be dancing. They do still be dancing. Is this like one of those don't stop dancing and you lose challenges? Like, you know, if they keep dancing for 24 hours, they win like a Nintendo 64?
Everyone's still at it.
I wish I still had that much energy left. Still, it's not like there's a lot more festival to use it on. It's strange. It feels like the whole year's been building up to this festival, but...
I mean, technically the festival was only mentioned for the first time like 2 chapters ago, but...
Yeah, it felt like it was over in the blink of an eye.
I don't know if that's actually true, but it's like, I think it's only mentioned for the first time in the main story, like at the start of chapter 5 or 6.
Both the festival and the year as a whole.
Exactly. It won't be long until the second years graduate and we'll be in their shoes. Time really does fly, huh?
Yeah. It's hard to believe so many months have passed since we all first met. But I do have to wonder whether any of us have gotten any closer to figuring out what we're going to do with our lives.
I wish I knew. I might have looked confident when I told Mother that I'd show her how to run the company by the time I'd graduated, but that was in the heat of the moment. I honestly don't know whether I'd drive Rhineford straight into the ground or not.
It's big enough. It kind of runs itself, right? You know, just kick back, relax.
How could
It's
you
too big
know?
to fail.
Still,
There's one thing I do know.
Or you could just do what, you know, a lot of rich families do and hire someone else to run it for you.
No matter how difficult the odds, our class always finds a way through. Growing up should be no different.
you stole my line.
I think you need some new material. I'm getting used to your speeches by now. Well, that, and I believe it. I think everything is going to work out as long as our class is together. As long as you and I are together. Forget I said anything.
Elisa.
Reen took Elisa's hand gently in his. And started yanking on it.
Then let's stay together. We're still looking for our places in the world, but maybe they're right next to each other.
I hope so.
Me too.
I'll admit, I like that a bit more than I
After
expected
that, I
to.
went back to see Elise.
I still don't know if I liked it enough to make Elisa our choice for the rest of the playthroughs, though. We'll see. Well, I'll think on it.
But by then, that memorable evening was
Okay, so I think we just have to, like, fast forward now
Elise?
until we get the chance to save. My god, everyone's so dang fast. Yeah, they do hit you with like a ton of plot, like right after, don't they? Okay, now which save is it? Oh god, now I don't remember. I think it's this one? Yeah, because this is the save I made for the books, which I recorded one of the book videos first, just because it was going to be quicker. Or, well, easier to do. Because actually this video might not take that long, but... And I think just the fast forwarding sections might take a while. We're already at 10 minutes in, we've only done one. Now that'll be a bit faster for future ones, since I do know that we can just, you know, turbo skip all this. It's time for one of our mini boys, Elliot. Sweet, innocent Elliot.
The only person I can think of is...
Don't you dare say...
Is something wrong?
Don't say anything, Elise. I will smack the shit out of you. I don't care if you're underage.
No, it's just that I was thinking of a male friend of mine.
You want to act like an adult? That means you can get hit like an adult.
I never would have imagined you were into that sort of thing.
Actually, Reen's just asexual.
What sort of thing?
The sort that fills young maidens' hearts with joy and heads with dreams.
Your Highness?
Your Highness? Good evening, Reen. What a joy this is, especially considering that Class 7 has no lack of fine gentlemen. Ooh! There are so many wonderful potential pairings that I hardly know where to start.
Okay, change my mind.
Your Highness, please!
Is this what the head of the literature club's always writing
Oh
about?
no.
How did I not connect the dots until now? Elise, is this kind of thing popular over at St. Estrella?
Well... Oh, Reen, you're so precious. Rare is the woman who could deny herself a honeyed sip from this wellspring of fantasy.
Just try not to fall in and drown yourselves. Anyway, I'll be back later. Please excuse me, Your Highness.
Elliot, dance with me, damn it.
Maybe I should have taken matters into my own hands.
Absolutely not. Like, what, are you gonna make a royal decree? It's like, you must fuck your sister?
By the looks of it, you still might have a chance. Your Highness, please!
I mean, maybe our heart really does just belong to Elliot. No, they're actually gonna dance or they're just
Hey,
gonna
Elliot.
talk.
Oh, Reen.
Looks like you managed to break out of your dad's bear hug.
Barely. You went off to talk to the principal with Fiona.
Barely. Barely.
On that note, where's Elise?
I asked her to dance with me, but she turned me down in no uncertain terms. Anyway, wanna go sit down somewhere? I'm totally wiped out after today. All I wanna do is get a drink and some rest.
Good idea. It is getting pretty hectic around here. I wouldn't mind getting away from it all.
Let's do it.
Okay, so they do just make them talk, they don't make them dance. I would have been interested to see some of the reactions to Reen asking them to dance, but... I think there could have been some potentially funny dialogue there.
Look at all the fun people are having. So, have you danced with anyone yet?
A little bit, with Fiona, since she asked me to.
Dance with Elise and get her off our hands. Anybody, please. It doesn't... even Maki is at this point. I don't care.
It's kind of
As long as she leaves
embarrassing
me
to dance
alone.
with your sister, though, so we didn't do it for long.
Huh. Never would have thought about it that way. But anyway, what'd you talk with your dad about?
Well... our concert really impressed him.
Well, hey, that must have put a smile on your face. Wait, he doesn't hate music or anything, does he?
Well, I think it's more than just like the music. It reminds him of the mother, right? That's kind of was my impression.
No, he's not exactly well-versed in music, but I know for a fact he likes it. But talking to him made me realize something.
And what was that?
He wasn't against me going to the music academy because he was against me pursuing a career in music. He didn't want me to lock myself into it. He wanted me to be able to decide for myself just what path I wanted to follow. And more importantly, he wanted me to have the strength to do so, even if people around me tried to stand in my way.
I think you do.
It's not like he's said any of this out loud. This is just what I'd like to believe his reasoning was.
I mean, he was still trying to railroad you into a military education, so...
And if that's the case, I think I was finally able to show him that I'm strong enough tonight, with all of your help. I'd like to hope that I've been able to put my mom at ease up in heaven, too.
I'm sure you did. Elliot, I couldn't be happier that everything worked out for you.
Thanks. I hope we can do another concert next year. And if we do, I want us to make it even more amazing than today's was.
Sounds like a plan. When next year's concert rolls around, I'll be right there with you, doing everything I can to make it great.
Thanks, Rean.
Unless, of course, some
That
sort
means
of
a
like
lot.
civil war were to break out, or I had to become a mech warrior pilot, then maybe that'd put a damper on the plans, but that'll never happen.
After that, I went back to see Elise.
I like that one.
By then,
I think I like to, I don't know. I maybe actually like that a little bit more than Elise's already.
Rean? Elise?
I wonder if it'd be quicker to just Alt F4 here. Possibly. I think it would be. I think next time we're just gonna Alt F4 instead of trying to fast forward through this. Oh god, which save is it? I keep getting mind flooded. What type of fool would make 380 something saves? So who was next? Can't remember. I just know Crow's at the bottom. Well, after that, can't think of anyone's, which I'm trying to think. Is it just Sarah and Toa that aren't on here? I think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that seems about right. Okay, well, Laura it is. Now, Laura, you were probably our second
knew
choice among this list, so...
So, I have a potential.
still,
I'm fine. His, Your Highness?
You're an idiot. I'm not an idiot. I know you are, but what am I?
Laura?
Oh, Rean. Perfect timing.
I want to hit you with my big sword.
Would you like to dance?
Oh.
Huh?
My father and instructor Sarah make for rather impressive dancing partners. Watching them makes me want to go up and dance myself.
To be honest, I came over here ready to ask you the same thing.
Oh?
Still, since the guy traditionally asks the girl, I might as well. Would you like to dance with me?
Fuck tradition.
I'd be delighted.
They're so fast. They're dancing at a speed no human has ever seen before.
Whew. That was exhausting.
Well, I didn't imagine either of us would have much energy left over after our performance. Still, that didn't keep dancing with you from being a lot of fun. I don't get the chance to dance very often, especially at big events like this.
My family's the same way. We might be nobles, but we're not exactly a common sight at high society gatherings.
I suppose this was a new experience for the both of us then. Attending this academy has given me the chance to see sides of myself that I didn't even know existed.
Same here.
When I first enrolled in this academy, I wanted nothing more than to improve my swordsmanship. But when I arrived, I met people whose values differed wildly from my own. People like you and Fee. That allowed me to see the world in ways I never considered. To see myself in ways I never considered. Thanks to you and our other classmates, I've gained far more than combat training. And I am truly grateful.
You're making me blush. I feel the same way, though.
How so?
At least you had something in mind when you enrolled. My decision to come here was half-hearted at best, but I know now that it was the right choice. If I hadn't joined this academy, I never would have met you or any of our other classmates.
Rain.
Besides, you and I have something even closer than our other classmates. We're both followers of the way of the
I knew he was
sword,
gonna say some nerd
and we
shit.
keep pushing each other beyond our limits. I'm grateful for that.
As am I. And I suppose that's enough for now.
Huh?
Don't worry, it's nothing. I'm glad that the two of us have another year to train alongside each other.
Likewise.
Unless you were to become like a mech warrior pilot and have to fly away at light speed or something, that sure would suck.
After that, I went back to see Elise.
Here with you tonight. So that's the name of the achievement we just got. That's pretty good.
But by then, that memorable evening...
Okay, so let's see how fast Altaforian is. Maybe it's not that much faster. I think it's slightly faster. Bro, quit wasting my time, man. Also, your entrance rate is going to increase by about 10,000% for being an asshole in the final fight. Oh, Machias. Oh no. Oh no.
The only...
Is who?
No.
Nah, Machias has definitely stolen Reen's heart.
Hey, Machias.
Ah, Reen. Weren't you with your sister?
I asked her to dance with me, but she... Are you on your own too?
Yes, indeed. Dad's gone off to dance, so here I am. Trying and failing to stave away my boredom.
Since no one wants to hang out with me because I'm like I'm a turbo nerd or something.
Sounds like I showed up at the right time. Wanna go sit down somewhere together? I figured that after today, we'd both earned ourselves a drink and some rest.
Well, it beats the alternative. Anything to get away from all this hubbub.
Let's go find a spot then.
A man just uses hubbub, unironically. Well, I guess that almost makes you want to take away your jacket privileges. Be grateful you have the most useful craft in the game, or else.
The past 2 days have been exhausting.
At least it all paid off in the end. It must have been even tougher for you, though, since you were pulling double duty taking care of the chess club.
You say that like the student council didn't have you running yourself ragged. But you're right. It all paid off. Makes me a little emotional to think back on it all. Hard to believe that the day actually came when I worked alongside nobles toward a common goal. Me.
That is hard to believe.
Our concert, the chess club's event. Neither of those would have been possible without students from the upper classes. I never thought I'd be able to accept something like that.
You've come a long way since we first met. It seems like you've finally started getting along with Eustace.
Well, you have to find someone to compete with if you ever want to improve. And arrogant nobles make for semi-decent competition,
I'm not in love with him or nothing.
I guess.
It wouldn't kill you to be a little more honest.
Why are we even wasting our time talking about him right now? Changing the subject, I'd like to thank you. If I hadn't spent so much time with you and our other classmates, I can't imagine I'd have changed my attitude like this.
You're welcome. But given all that you've done for us, I'd say we're about even.
I'm glad to hear I was somewhat useful.
I mean, yeah, maybe we wouldn't have beaten the Shadow Lord if you weren't there, Machias. Eustace as well was useful, but,
I wish Sis could have been here to see this.
I'm sure she can. She's probably watching this all from heaven by the goddess's side. She must be so proud of how much you've grown too.
I really hope so. The Academy Festival is a celebration of the educational experience, something commoners and nobles alike can enjoy. We have to be sure to keep it that way next year.
We will, whatever it takes.
Unless, of course, the Academy were to
After
be
that,
attacked
I
by
went back to
giant
see Elise.
robots. Equal opportunity. And then it's a picture of Maki as like getting bonked in the head. What?
But by then, that
And I should have Alt F4'd, but now I'm committed to doing this. Any second now. Okay. This is one of those things where it'd be nice if we had like save states. Just like save state right at the dialogue selection screen. Okay. Emma. Emma!
If you were to only get... It's fine.
Emma,
Oh, Reen.
I wasn't expecting to find you here.
Oh, well, I wanted to get away from all the excitement for a little while. How's your sister?
She's just fine. Actually, she was the one who encouraged me to see you. This might not be the right time since you're trying to rest, but would you dance with me?
You don't have a choice.
What? Me? I couldn't possibly. I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of people you'd rather dance with, or who are better dancers.
Definitely not. But should I take that as a no?
You should take it as an ooh gross, actually.
You should take it as an I'd love to.
Whew, that's a relief. Shall we?
Bro, hair bunny dancing is so boring.
Everyone's still having fun.
It makes sense. This festival's practically the culmination of everything we've done since the start of the year. I'm sure everyone has plenty of things they want to talk about with each other.
You're probably right.
I'm really sorry. I feel like I've done nothing but keep secrets from all of you since we first met.
Well, I mean, that's because you have.
You don't need to apologize for that.
I mean, maybe a little bit.
It's not like you were doing it to hurt or trick us or anything, right?
I mean, she did wait until the 5th chapter to learn her S-break, which is like truly unforgivable.
Of course not. But I still feel so guilty about having to do it. Even though we've spent so much time together, I feel like I'm not really one of you. That I don't belong here.
That's not true. You do belong here. You're an important part of our class, and every one of us cares about you.
Really?
Everybody has their secrets. You don't need to share every little detail of your life for someone to understand you. But if you ever feel like your secrets are too heavy to handle alone, I'm always willing to listen. It doesn't matter what it is.
I mean, it would be bad for Reen to lecture her about keeping secrets anyway, since he still hasn't, like, you know, that they've alluded to this, to that scene where he's like a kid or something, where he uses his, like, I just keep calling them demon powers, but like that scene has never really been addressed.
We'll be there,
other
ready to
than
accept
through
it,
references in
and
that
whatever it might mean about you.
those couple pieces of art that we see.
Reen.
'Cause it seems like whatever happened there was like a, you know, traumatic experience for him, which is why he never wanted to use his powers previously.
I'm sure that someday I'll be able to tell you the truth. So, will you be willing to hold on until then?
No matter how long it takes.
Thank you.
I mean, you would think after fighting the Shadow Lord, maybe it would be a good time, but whatever. Or a recreation of the Shadow Lord.
After that, I went back to see Elise.
Magic moment. And it's a picture of Emma with the cat.
But by then, that memorable evening was approaching its end.
Oh no, the game crashed. Only 4.8% of people have seen Maki's Bond event. I believe that's also like the lowest of all of them. Because that's how I confirmed whether or not Toa and Sarah had scenes, which I mean, I assume they did, but I didn't know if we just happened to somehow miss them despite doing other Bond events. I don't know. That or they're locked behind the I can't think of anything dialogue option. I'm not really sure how that works, but yeah. I just thought it was funny that I've been dunking on Maki's the entire playthrough, and he is the character that has the lowest percentage of people who have seen his Bond event. It's almost like I know what I'm talking about. Granted, Elliot's like second lowest, so I mean, that doesn't mean anything. Elliot's my boy, kind of. And Eustace, you were like also like our second option,
the only
maybe.
person I can think of is...
Is... who? Is something wrong?
No.
You're...
There's no chance. Absolutely zero. Negative zero.
Eustace.
Reen?
Even if we ignore the sister thing, too young. Fees as low as I'll go.
I'm surprised you're not dancing.
At least in, you know, the context of a video game. Real life, you gotta be like at least 21.
I thought that would be your first stop after such a long chat with Rufus.
We had a number of things to discuss. Though I could say the same about you. I would expect you to have invited someone to dance with you by now.
I tried asking Elise, but she shot me down pretty quickly. After a day like today, I feel like we owe ourselves a chance to sit down. Here to join me? You can't tell me you don't think a cold drink and a rest would cap today off perfectly.
You make a compelling argument. You and my desire to escape all of this noise.
Then let's get out of here.
So how's it going?
They certainly have an endless supply of enthusiasm, don't they?
I'm guessing most people are starting to get tired, but they don't want to miss out on their chance to have fun.
Yeah, because the last person who's still dancing wins the Nintendo 64.
We've spent so much time and effort to prepare, and then the 2 days of the festival itself just seemed to fly by.
I suppose you have a point.
Oh, by the way, you know how you were talking to your brother earlier? What were you two chatting about?
Overthrowing the Empire?
Nothing much. The horses we've been raising in the riding club, our concert, and other such things. He was particularly surprised when I walked onto the stage wearing that outfit. Once his laughter subsided, he told me he couldn't have imagined me doing anything like that before I joined the academy.
Well, at least he had fun.
But he does have a point. I do believe I've changed since we all first met.
I agree. At the start of the year, you had a very unapproachable air about you, but that's not the case anymore.
I'm certain that's due to the influence of some very atypical nobles, particularly Laura and yourself.
I don't know if I deserve any credit for that. I'm just glad that I can
Look at that
call
little
you a
smirk.
friend.
I love Eustace's little, like, side-ass smirk.
It's a small wonder how you always manage to say those kinds of things with a straight face. Regardless, I do want to thank you.
For what?
When I first came to this academy, I was trying to live my life as a perfect Alborea, just as my brother had taught me. But I gradually learned to exert my individuality. I'm here as Eustace Alborea, not the son of Duke Alborea. Had I not spent so much time with Class 7, and with you in particular, I never would have come into my own.
I'm so happy to hear you say that. Well, here's to changing for the better.
Agreed. We both have room for improvement, but that's what next year is for.
We're going to be great.
I like that one. I still honestly think
After
might
that,
be my
I went
favorite
back
of the
to
ones
see
we've seen.
Elise.
Which is, I mean, good, because that means I don't have to replay the final fight to have save data. See, what was it? A Noblesse Oblige? Now, there are still the, I mean, there's a 0% chance I'm going to see them, but there are the, you know, the extra dialogue scenes, I guess, after the actual final fight. Like, we saw the one for Fee, but If you think I'm gonna do that fight, that many times, no. Fuck it, I hate it. And even if, like, you know, the biggest problem really is just the first fight, the first 2 fights that you have to do before you can even fight Crow. Like the Iron Giant, the first, like the real Iron Giant fight sucks, especially without the difficulty mod installed, because it's so boring. Because the enemy is just like omega slow and you can't do any, he has complete immunity to all statuses, so it takes forever. Yeah, we've done Fee, so we don't have to do that again.
The only person I can think of is...
Is who? Is something
No. Hey, Gaius.
Reen? Were you not spending the evening with your sister?
I was, until I asked her to dance. She turned me down flat and sent me off. What about you?
Toma and Charles decided to go dance, so I just saw them off. I was thinking about getting away from all of the excitement, though. I think I need a little rest after all we've done.
I mean, guys, you kind of like you were asleep during the concert, so you can't be that tired.
That makes 2 of us.
My man was just vibing the entire time.
All I want right now is a place to sit and a nice cold drink. Mind if I join you?
Not at all. I appreciate the company.
Okay, let's go find a spot to relax.
Look how much fun they're having dancing together. I was worried that they'd tire themselves out with the journey here. But it seems I made the right choice by inviting them.
I'll say. It's a shame Sheeta and Lily couldn't join them, though.
Yeah, they're still a little too young. But I would like to bring them here one day, if I get the chance.
I'm sure they'd be thrilled. Thinking back on it now, it's hard to believe that it's almost been half a year since we found ourselves in Nord.
Time really flies.
It must feel like longer for you than it does for me, too.
I suppose it would. I'll always be nostalgic for the winds of Nord. But to be honest, I can't say that I feel all that homesick.
Really?
Really. Erebonia is my home.
You mean...
I've spent over half a year at the academy, surrounded by some of my dearest friends. This country is every bit as important to me as Nord is. I wouldn't think twice about calling it my second home.
That's a big-hearted statement to make.
I have all of you to thank for making me feel that way. I really do feel blessed. There aren't many people who can say they have 2 homes to love equally.
I had no idea you thought so much of this country.
Unless, of course, you're rich and you have multiple homes.
Not only does that fill me with pride as an Erebonian, it warms my heart as your friend. This country is changing. There's nothing we can do about that. But hopefully as a class, we can help turn it into a country that we can really be proud of.
I have no doubt about that. I'm happy to have you as a classmate, Reen.
I feel the same way.
I actually really like that one. I don't know. I mean,
After that,
not enough
went back
to
to
make
see
it our
Elise.
canon choice or nothing, but yeah, I like Gaius.
By then, that memory
More than I thought I would. Hey, more people pick Elliot than they pick Gaius. Let's go. It's a 0.1% difference, but it's something. So we're getting there. I guess it'll take about an hour or so, which is about how long I expected it to take. I guess it's a little bit longer just because there was all this extra stuff you have to see every time. Thankfully, the skipping do go pretty fast. Oh god. Oh god. Ah! Ah!
I knew it. So, I have a potential sister-in-law now, do I?
Absolutely not.
Still, I do feel...
I'm beside.
Well,
He's so... You're hot.
Milliam.
you gonna dance?
Well, that's actually why I'm here.
Is it?
Do you want to dance with me?
Huh? Me? But I've never even danced with anybody before.
Okay, well, we don't have to do it. Bye, see ya.
No worries. You can just follow my lead. So, what do you say?
Well, the leftovers at the food stalls were really calling my name. But sure, why not? I guess if every other girl has rejected your offer, I can find room in my heart to help you out.
It's actually pretty good.
Thanks.
That was really fun! And even though it was my first dance, I was awesome out there. More proof that I'm good at everything, I guess.
You say that because you didn't have to lead. But as long as you had fun, that's the important thing.
Breen's feet are killing themselves after having been stepped on so many times.
This academy's got fun new stuff to do every time I turn around. Sometimes I almost forget I'm here on a mission.
Sounds like a problem for an agent.
Maybe. I don't know. It's like there's two of me. One was sent here by the intelligence division, and one's just an average student. But I don't know which of those two me's is the real one.
What do you mean?
It's just, I never even got the chance to go to Sunday school. This is the first time I've ever had the chance to live a normal life, and it's so much fun. But I feel kinda conflicted.
Yeah, the brainwashing will do that to you.
Milliam. I don't think I can give you an easy answer here, but I think they're both you.
What?
You've helped us more times than I can count. Maybe that was because of your duty to the intelligence division, maybe it wasn't. But at the end of the day, you're a classmate and a friend to every one of us. So I don't think that knowing which part of you is the real you is quite as important as you think.
Maybe it isn't.
And maybe it's selfish of me to say that, but it's how we all feel. No matter who you are, you're still our friend. And I'd be happy if you felt the same way about all of us.
I do! Besides, for now, being your friend is good enough for me. I'm just gonna have fun now and figure things out later.
That's the spirit.
That wasn't all bad. Thankfully, none of these scenes
After
have any
that, I
horniness
went
to
back
them.
to see Elise.
The young and the
But
reckless.
by then, that memorable evening was approaching its end.
Dang, the game crashed. Man, that just keeps happening all the time. It's fucking crazy, dude. Whenever I happen to hit the Alt and F4 keys, the game just crashes instantly. They should really work on fixing that. Okay, so we got Crow. I'm interested to see Crows, of course. I'm honestly interested to see what Crow's like. I mean, maybe I'll just look it up. I guess I can look it up on my own time, maybe. Since I just do not want to play through the final section every time to see like the 2 or 3 lines of dialogue your Bond character has. But I'd be interested to see if there's any dialogue for Crow as Reen flies away. If you pick him as your Bond event. Okay, what's up, Crowby?
The only person I can think of is... Anyway, I'll be back later. Please excuse... Hey, Crow.
Hey, Crow, how's it going? Not doing any evil schemes or nothing?
What's up, man? You're not here to collect that interest already, are you? I value my kneecaps as much as the next guy, but I need more time.
Nah, I'm just over here because my sister shot me down when I asked her to dance.
You don't have to tell people that.
Needless to say, it's been a long day. Want to find a spot to sit down with me? I could use a cold drink and a good rest.
Now you're speaking my language. I'm in. Let's get two of the strongest damn drinks those stalls will pour us.
Orange juice.
You know none of them sell alcohol, right?
I mean, Crow is an interesting choice, right? With the whole, him being a bad guy, at least. Now, I don't know if Crow will be a bad guy forever, right? But, it's still kind of cool.
Look at Jellica and George dancing the night away. I wonder if this is what I think it is.
And
A
what
man's
is that
in there?
exactly?
Jeez, you couldn't see flying sparks in a dark cave at midnight, could you? Keep that up all your life and you'll break even more hearts than I will.
But I mean, Angelica and George?
A man is in there.
Forget it. Let me take you on a little trip to Uncle Crow's Wisdom Corner.
Don't call yourself Uncle Crow, dude.
Little being the operative word.
Seriously though, if you only hold on to one piece of advice, it should be take care of your buds.
And terrorism is always the answer.
I know. You've heard it all a million times. But I wouldn't be telling you if I wasn't telling you straight.
I also never use that line out of context in a recording in a legal setting. For legal reasons, that was a joke.
Doesn't matter where you are or if you graduate. If you treat your friends right, they're not gonna let you down. You need at least one like that. Better get searching if you don't have one. You still with me, Reen?
Sorry, I was just surprised. I didn't know you were capable of giving serious advice.
It's almost like you're giving us serious advice before we never see you again or something.
You know, each of these snide little comments is a tiny knife in my heart. I try to share a bit of my life experience and help my little buddy out, and this is the treatment I get?
I do appreciate it, though. My time here has definitely taught me how important a good friend can be. And I consider you one of mine. I don't just look up to you because you're older than me, but because you're a good friend. Okay, maybe friend is a little strong. Partner in crime might be more like it.
Partner in crime, huh? Not sure whether I should be offended or wear it with pride. You're a funny one, Reen. First you try to get interest on a 50-mirror loan, then you shower me with compliments?
What do you mean try? We succeeded. You owe us infinite money.
Partners in crime are supposed to be able to turn from dangerous to friendly in the blink of an eye, right?
You got me there.
We don't have long before you graduate, but we've got to make the most of it.
You bet. Just, pray that I get to graduate at all.
Kind of an interesting line with
After
the
that,
extra
I went back to
in-game
see
contents. Bad Crowmance. And it's Crow with this 50-mirror coin.
But by then, that
Bro, I've gotten so many achievements today. Okay, so now I don't know how this house is gonna work. I can't think of nobody, whatever. 'Cause I don't know if that's just like a hidden option that leads. Because I mean, I feel like we should at least have Toas unlocked, right? Because we've done all our bond events. I can't think of any. I mean, maybe you have to like really grind out the free time, or not the free time, the festival events with them. Is what you also need to get them in addition to doing all their bond events, but. So we'll see what happens here. And like I said, I should be able to load like that very first save, I think. Is actually a save before this with all that stuff unlocked. I can't think of anybody.
No, I'd better not. I'm sure everyone else is just as tired as I am. But if there's someone you'd like to dance with, you're very welcome to.
Yeah, seriously, anyone, please.
I mean, it's nothing too formal, so you're free to dance with whoever you'd...
Anyone.
Oh, Lady Elise.
Get him, Patrick.
So wonderful to see you. You look
Oh, God.
I'm afraid I must take my leave.
That's great.
That was pathetic.
What if
Quiet.
Reen's
Trying to
hair
be
just turns
respectful.
pure white?
Well, that was interesting.
I mean, the sound effect really sold it.
But tonight's so beautiful that it would be a shame if you didn't get to dance with anyone. I suppose what I'm trying to say is, would you like to dance?
Ah, no.
Sure. Thanks, Elise.
In that case, might I ask for the next one?
Super no.
Your Highness?
Having fun, Your Highness?
Good evening, both of you. Unlike the garden party, there is no need tonight to concern ourselves with societal standing or propriety. So, Reen, might I ask you for a dance? After your sister is fine, of course.
It would be my pleasure.
Run, Reen.
Alvin, what are you doing? It's all part of my brilliant plan. After I take him for a spin, all you need to do is get him to dance with you one more time. Oh, I can see it now. Your eyes meet, your lips parted into a kissable pout, and soon he'll think of you as more miss than sis.
God, I'm cringing so hard.
I don't know what you're planning, and now I'm almost afraid to ask.
After dancing with Princess Alphen and Elise, my sister and I exchanged greetings with my classmates and their families. And by then, that memorable evening...
Reen,
Guys, this is all the... Okay.
Claire?
Here's what we'll do. We will go through it this time. Because I already started holding down the button. And I don't want to let go. It feels too good to hold down the fast forward and hear the text go. Now here's the question. Which one of these saves? Oh my god, it's like all the way at the top too. Bro, how long is this game? It's like... Oh, did I save over it? I may have saved over it. I think I... Oh no. I might have to go download it real quick. Because I think it was actually this one. It's supposed to be like the first slot. I may still actually have it downloaded in a folder. I don't know if I deleted it. Because this... I have no clue where this is. I was like, here then leave through the gate. What? I mean, it's the end of the game, right? Okay, but this isn't what we're looking for. Alright, I'll be right back. We'll pause and get the setup so we can see the Sarah and Toa scene. Alright, we're back. So this should be set up properly. Any second now. So I guess it's just that you really have to grind out the Academy Festival stuff if you want to see
I am drawn to the party before
Toa and Sarah's thing. Yeah, there they are down there. Oh, and you can't think of anyone if you have them unlocked. That's kind of interesting. I guess we'll do Sarah first, then Toa. Sarah's gonna feel a little awkward, but
I knew it. So, I have a potential sister-in-law now, do I?
Let's... Still, I do feel kind...
I'm fine. Besides,
Well...
we're gonna make Sarah into a pedophile whether she likes it or not.
Your Highness? That if you were to... It's...
Instructor?
I just feel so weird.
Oh, it's you.
Yikes, you sound like you just got dumped.
For your information, I wasn't dumped. The Viscount and I finished our dance and he went on his way.
Yeah, and he flew off in his ship very fast.
But what are you doing here? Are you sure you should be leaving your sister alone with Patrick on the prowl?
Yes, anyone. Just as long as she loses her weird incest fetish.
Well, she can take care of herself. And besides, she was the one who encouraged me to come your way. Will you dance with me? I know the Viscount's a hard act to follow, but still.
Well, well, Reen Schwarzer. I always knew one day you'd recognize me for the paragon of womanhood I am.
I mean, I do like Sarah's character, like a good amount. It's just, you know, I guess the whole student-teacher implication just feels weird.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were ready to graduate from giggling schoolgirls up to ladies with real class.
But let me guess, I should come back in a few years?
Nah, even then it's still kind of
No,
weird.
we can let you skip a
because
couple of grades for the night.
she's known him since he was underage, so even when he's older and the age gap isn't as extreme per se, it's still kind of like grooming and,
Just don't expect me to lead.
I'm sure I'll manage.
That's the stuff.
You look happy.
After all this hard work, I deserve a little bit of fun. And with the way you led, I'd say you do too. I'm surprised you don't sweep more ladies off their feet.
Jeez, when you put it like that, it makes me sound like some Casanova with a rose clenched in my teeth. I can't imagine that I was even half as good as the Viscount.
You weren't. But that doesn't
Wow.
mean you didn't have a certain
Wow.
youthful charm. Besides, I had fun. You're not the only student who asked me to dance, but you're one of the few who knew what he was doing.
Yeah. Speaking of youthful charm, if you don't mind me asking, what were you doing back before you became a bracer?
I'm pretty confident in it being Jaeger stuff, but
Well, have you ever heard of a country called Northumbria? It's north of the Empire, if the name didn't tip you off.
I mean, they are known for their Jaeger stuff, right?
That's where I'm from.
Northumbria, huh?
I mean, she could have been in the Northumbrian army, maybe?
I don't know a lot about it, but I've heard it's a hard place to eke out a living.
That's a nice way of putting it. The climate alone keeps a lot of people out, and that's the least of its problems. The only thing keeping the country afloat financially at this
Okay,
point
so it is just Jaeger
is a
stuff.
single Jaeger Corps that got its start there.
Supported by a Jaeger Corps.
So if you've ever wondered why I'm big on telling you guys to go out and enjoy life while you're still young, that's why. It's not really like me to get all sentimental, but I can't help but want you guys to enjoy what I never could.
Instructor Sarah, it's not too late, you know.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you about to profess your undying love for me or something?
No.
You're no less a bona fide member of Class 7 than I am. And you're still young, so... Maybe a little belated, but why not enjoy your youth with us? We're all in this together.
I can't believe I'm finding comfort in the arms of a younger man. I can tell you put your heart into that one. But really, that's like a B-rank pickup line at best.
I mean, that's not bad.
I'm not trying to hit on you. I meant it.
Sure. Keep telling yourself that, lover boy. Whatever the reason, though, it made me happy to hear. One of these days, I'm gonna have to drag you along to this great bar I know. Once you're old enough to drink, anyway.
And here I was hoping you were offering to sneak me in.
I did
After
like that one a
I
lot.
went back to see Elise.
Oh, God. The achievement for her is hot for teacher.
But by then, that...
Okay. Let's do one last Bond event. And then I guess we'll maybe spend a little bit just kind of talking about them in general. So far, none of them have been good enough that I feel like, you know, oh man, I really want to switch. Or not good enough isn't the right way to phrase it, have been like so much better. Or who made so many saves? But yeah, it's actually this one, even though it says it's at the prologue, it's not. It's lying. Now, I am interested in seeing Toa's, because Toa was actually kind of my first choice. But I was kind of like, I wasn't entirely sure, maybe she just didn't have one. Like in this game, maybe it was like, you know, set up for the second game or something. But yeah, we'll see. It'd have to be like really good though. I mean, I do still probably like, I mean, I like Fees a lot. I mean, let's go ahead and see Toes before we start like trying to rank them or anything, but...
I knew it. So I have a potential...
Let's not get ahead. Still, I do feel kind of badly.
Besides...
What?
He's... You're...
Toa!
Oh, hey, Reen.
Are you finally done with all of your student council work?
Done is a relative term, but for now, you bet. What happened to your sister, by the way? Wasn't she with you?
Actually, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be standing here. Toa, would you like to dance with me?
Wait, you really mean it?
Of course. But don't worry about it if it would make you uncomfortable or something.
All right, then. I'm honestly glad you asked, just surprised. Can I ask you to lead, though?
Of course.
Nah, that's a deal breaker. See ya, Toa.
Thanks, Reen. It must have been no small feat for you to lead, given how... small I am.
Not at all. I had fun. Still, it's hard to believe that the festival is almost over now.
Yeah, it is. It was a lot of hard work, but I loved every minute of it. Your concert even topped the one we put on last year.
Is something wrong?
Sorry. Just thinking that this is my last Academy Festival got me all emotional. I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be setting an example for you, and yet here I am. How embarrassing.
Reen gently stroked Toa's head.
Oh.
There's nothing to be embarrassed about. Nobody at the school has put more work into this festival than you have. It makes sense to be emotional. And while I'm sure it's hard to leave this behind, I think I speak for everyone when I tell you how grateful we are. Thank you.
Reen. Thank you too. But,
Huh?
I might be shorter than you, but I am a second year. I don't think it's really appropriate for you to start stroking my head out of nowhere like that.
I'm so sorry. I do it to my sister all the time, so it's kind of turned into a bad habit of mine. Lisa's already chewed me out for that before, too.
Oh. Oh, really? So he's a serial head rubber. Still, I haven't had anyone fawn over me like that since
I mean, you don't use that word.
It was kind of nice, to be honest. You can tell that you're an older brother.
Thanks, I guess.
There's not a lot of time left until I graduate. But with you here, I'm sure the Academy is going to be in good hands once I'm gone.
Well, I'll have a lot to live up to, but I'll be sure to make this Academy an even better place than it is now.
Then it's a promise.
Now I'm conflicted because I actually
After
really,
that,
really like
I
that
went
one.
back to see Elise. But
But by then, that memory.
I can't decide. Okay, here's what'll make my decision. What difficulty is this save set to? If it's normal, then, I mean, I could fly through the thingy? The final fight, like, instantly? I mean, it'll take a while, but, oh, you're level 99 from this? Okay, so we could, I mean, beating Crow would not be hard then. I don't know, I really like the Toa scene. I'm conflicted. I mean, I liked Fee's too, and Fee does get bonus points for being an actual party member, as opposed to Toa, who's more of like a, not really a side character, but, I don't know. I mean, technically I'll have to fully make my decision and commit until we start Cold Steel 2, which is like, you know, a ways away, but... You have 6 turns of insight with, oh, there's all the... I've already looked up what all the Master Quartz do at max level after I beat the game. But, I guess they're not all at max level, most of them are. But, I don't know. As far as, like, overall, like, rankings... Oh god, I can't visualize. You know, here's what we'll do. Just make a save, like, down here. And I'll just think more on whether or not I want, Toa to be our official choice. Like I said, she was actually kind of my real first choice. Here's what we'll do. Just so that I can look at the list, and we'll do like a very, very quick and nerdy power ranking while I think a bit more of Bond events. Because I don't want to accidentally forget anyone, so just having all the names in front of me will make it easier to not get mind flooded. So overall, best event... I don't know if I like Toa or Fees more. Let's give them joint first place. For now. Second, I actually really like Sarah's. Well, I like Crow's a lot too. Let's say joint first place, Fee Toa, second Crow, third Sarah, fourth Eustace, fifth Gaius, sixth Elliot, seventh Emma, eighth Elisa, ninth Laura. Did I forget someone? Oh, Machias. Where does Machias fit in? Machias was kind of like low mid tier. Laura's was honestly maybe the most disappointing. I just feel like there wasn't anything to it. So I'm glad I didn't pick Laura back in the original Bond video. But yeah, I think that's it. I mean, Crow's was definitely made extra. Crow's is only good, I guess, with the extra context of him being a bad guy in the future, or at least, you know, for some amount of time, maybe. I don't think I would have liked Crow's as much if I had picked it before the revelation that he see, or before I figured it out, like, you know, about 8 seconds for the game tells you. But yeah, you know what, I kind of want to skim through Fees one more time. Just to kind of refresh my memory on what the hell they even say here. It probably has been like a couple weeks since I recorded. Well, it's been like a week since I beat the game, so this has been about a week since I recorded this.
Reen, is there a problem?
No, are you up to anything right?
Nope.
In that case...
I've never danced before.
Don't worry, I can leave, but if you don't want...
Just kind of skim through what I think.
Let's do it.
Also a strong start. I don't know, man.
You're a natural, Fee. But I guess I should have known.
It wasn't too hard once I got the hang of it, and
What do you mean?
it reminded me.
The Jaeger King I've heard about?
Yep. When we're all together, just like it did. But there's something about.
Is that...
You don't look or act, but I always felt comfortable when I was with him.
That's kind of embarrassing. No, I do. Everyone needs a family.
It's been a long time since Zephyr split up, but for the first time in a while, I
didn't expect to hear that. But I hope you'll get the chance to...
Me too.
I guess we'll stick
After
with
that,
Fee.
I went back to see Elise.
I don't know.
by
I
then,
think we'll
that
stick with Fee.
memorable
She gets
evening was
bonus points
approaching
for
its
being an
end.
actual main party member, so we'll stick with Fee over Toa. I think that's gonna be for the best. Maybe. We'll see if I change my mind in the next couple weeks before we start the actual Let's Play. But yeah, that's gonna be it for Bond events. Next bonus video will probably be the Carnelia novel. And then I haven't recorded the Red Moon Rose video yet. Probably do that maybe sometime tomorrow. If I get a chance, then we're also going to do a video on the side story. And then sometime in the future after that, there'll be like a discussion video. It'll probably be closer to before the Cold Steel 2 Let's Play starts. Just to kind of give myself more time to work on that. And by time to work on that, I mean get started, because I haven't. Yeah, I think that's the general plan for bonus content. I can't think of anything else I'd really like to do. Well, I did think a little bit about maybe trying to do the final, like, perfecting, or, you know, getting full AP for Instructor Sarah, their final exam there with the difficulty mod. Because I think you could definitely do it with Zerum items, but I don't know if I'm going to do that or not, because it would require, like, at least a decent bit of grinding, which I don't really want to do. Because you'd have to grind up enough to, you'd probably want Brave at level 5, which we didn't have, in our actual save before that. That, and you'd want to have upgraded weapons on Laura, and I don't really know what the best party would be there. You'd probably just want to try and, like, burst her down with, like, Zerum items. So you'd want characters that have high HP enough that they can take a hit without being put into minimum, like, you know, low HP range. So you probably want, like, Reen, Laura, and I don't know. Milliam is good because she has a strong S break and she can feint, but if she gets hit once, she's in low HP, which is an instant fail. So I don't know. There may be a video on that. Probably not, but we'll see how I feel later on. But yeah, that's the general plan for bonus videos. The Bond events were fun. They're not quite as good as they are in Azure and Zero, because I think, well, I think this is actually a good thing that, like, character aspects aren't hidden behind Bond events like they are in, say, Azure and Zero, right? Like, you know, Wazi, for instance, like, you can only learn their backstory, and Riksha as well. You can only learn their backstory if you see their Bond events, which, makes the characters feel a bit weaker if you don't end up seeing their Bond events. So I think it's better to just kind of have, like, the major backstory scenes integrated into the story itself, and have Bond events just be kind of like extra flavor. I think is maybe a better way to do it than the way they were done in Azure, especially, where you kind of have these, like, major revelations for some of the characters in their Bond events. But yeah, it's still enjoyable, I suppose. And I think that's going to be it. I think it's time to stop rambling and call it. Reen can finally stop his daily jog. I am Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.